Pure water, pure pride, pure Jamaican. Pure water is about pure hydration. Remember to drink pure water and satisfy all your pure water needs.
I'm in St. Elizabeth and I heard about pure water. I asked for it and now my whole family drinks it.
Jamaica's pure pride, bottled water, pure water, a pure water we drink. Welcome to November 6th Open Gate Show, where I will analyze the 11 race card.
Hello, racing fan. This is Emilio Bimbo Rodriguez. Listen to the Open Gate Show with Colin Blair, giving you the latest tips and reviews on the horses. Big up the number one show.
Greetings, everyone. This is George Osang, listening to Open Gate Show. Number one, take a listen.
Welcome to November 6th, 2020 show, the Open Gate Show. 11 races tomorrow, and Dane Nelson and Anthony Thomas, they have 8 months each. Dane Nelson looking to have the slight edge. Before I get to analyzing the race card, I should relay to fans that the Trainers' Championship, which has heated up between Wayne DaCosta and Anthony Thomas, with Wayne DaCosta having made a great impact in the last 3 race days, reaching 300 behind the leading trainer, Anthony Nunes. The big race, possibly a substitute for the Diamond Mile on Boxing Day, will be going 8.5 furlongs. It's for the Boom Energy Drink, which Cinco will be sponsoring. Tuna Filiata, the leading horse in the island, will face Wayne DaCosta's Sir Alton. Anyway, we still have some time for that. What I can tell you, there will be a lot of races left for the remaining season. First race starts at 11 a.m. 10 starters, 5.5 furlongs or 1,100 meters for trios and up, imported trios and up maidens, and trios who have never won 2 races in their lifetime. Number 2, Casual Affair, flopped in the slops and last as the 4-5 favorite. Its previous start since the tongue tie was on were all good. Well, this Casual Affair is well off at the scales this time around, can rebound. Number 3, Generational, ran awful October the 17th. His last start 3 weeks ago, going 6.5 furlongs. Dane Nelson has been aboard consecutively 5 times. He stays on for tomorrow's engagement. Did look a bit better when seen this week. He won in a fair time of 107 flat for this trip when breaking his maiden. Number 5, no work permit. 9 times she seems to stay away, seeking a work permit. Maybe this time she's in the line to get it done. Number 6, Big Daddy, got his first win via the disqualification of Primal Affair just over a month ago. A win can change a horse's mentality in being more for further improvement, even in the handicaps. Let's see what Big Daddy will do. May get into the lower part of your exotics. Number 9, Double Jeopardy, has been looking at different fillies since last race. Ran well September 19, losing in a head bob against Alexis Lodge, who went up in class for another quick win. Number 10, Miss Hillington, seems to have a date in mind. Well, she's cutting back to a more favorable distance. Could upset. Number 2, though, Casual Affair, from number 9, Double Jeopardy. Number 5, No Work Permit. Number 10, Miss Hillington, Dangerous. Number 6, Big Daddy. We go to race 2, a small field of horses, and we have 7 declared to run. They go 7 furlongs or 1,400 meters for choosing up, optional claiming 550,000 with 4 was number 1, 2 races. Number 1, Dear Sedora, here off a month break in a new barn. Last was okay, but that was out of straight. With track should be all right for Dear Sedora, and he has the ability to create a mild upset here. Number 2, Colorado comes down a few notches in the claiming ranks after his last 2 were poor displays. Title chasing jockey Dane Nelson is aboard. On breeding, he should do well on a wet track. Not really impressed with him, with this horse of late, but he has the ability to better these, so he must be respected. Number 3, Eddie's Princess, down 100,000 in the claiming tag, could be given a chance for a top 4 placing, even though last 2 were woefully off. Number 4, Luana, has been alert out the gates in the last, hasn't been alert out the gates the last 3 times she ran. Never ever ran in the slots, so her last run could be forgiven, being the first time. And Tony Thomas knows her well, and he remains on her going over a pet distance. Number 5, Cartel, will be making his 4th start in a month, now being in the new stable via the claiming box, stretching out to 7 furlongs, but 2 of his 4 starts at this approximate trip, he won. Number 6, Ase Soup, will be in the earlies. Number 7, Fabulosity, betted number 4, Luana, on Independence Day this season over this very trip, and has done nothing in 5 subsequent outings. Look okay on October 31st on the exercise track, going 4 furlongs in 50 and a fifth very, very easily. Top 4, number 5, Cartel, number 2, Coral London, number 4, Luana, number 1, Deal to the Oro. And for the low exotics, number 3, Eddie's Princess. Race 3 is a race that has not much of a big field, but of course you don't really worry about the field because anything can happen. Before I get to that, let me go for a short break. Welcome back. Race 3 has 10 starters. They go 8.5 furlongs or 1,700 meters. It's for native bred trios only. It's a maiden condition race. Number 1, Sniper Man, ran even last week when sprinting. Now stretching out to 8.5 furlongs, should lead, but is likely to falter in the latter stages. Number 4, Zabatoni. Racing aplenty but consistent, has been failing to carry through as he flattens out in the last furlong. Will have no excuse here for a top 2 placing. Number 6, Dee's Choice, stretching out with no form, but could do better in a field such as this if he breaks better from the gate. You have to be very conscious of trios at this time of year. Anything can happen. Number 7, Mighty Chelsea, could find a low exotic spot. Number 8, Gambler, ran her best races since in 10 starts the last 2 times, going half a furlong more. Gets Dane Nelson, who should ensure better assistance, looks to be improving this Gambler. Number 9, Crafty Levine, a low exotic placing is possible. Number 10, No Identity, was quietly whispered on last, but still has no identity. Maybe he will break better now. He goes 2 more furlongs, from 6.5 to 8.5 furlongs, and the visor comes off. Has scope to improve, as his first career start was just a month ago. Number 8, Gambler. Number 10, No Identity. Number 4 is Abertoni. Number 7, Mighty Chelsea. Number 1, Sniper Man. We go to race 4. And this is for the youngsters. Good race. All starters, the 9 of them, are bred reasonably to adore a sloppy track. If that happens, 5 furlongs round or 1,000 meters round is the journey, and it's for 2-year-olds. It's the maiden special weight race. Number 1, Whispering Magic, a debutant born the 14th of May, a bay filly who is half to Rajon the Pilot. This horse is bred Northern Giant by I'm Magic by Alicia's. Breeder YS925 Limited. Owner Trinidadian Harold Shadi. Jerome Innes ride for Gary Griffiths. 1 of 2 here for older trainer in this race. This filly, narrow and small filly, who has been working fairly well for some time now and could get on the board if she breaks well from the gates. Number 2, another debutant, Got a Girl, born the 15th of April, a bay filly. Sire, Justin Phillip, by Pontificating by Gio Ponti. Breeder, Castle Lands and Kilboys Estates. Owner, Lakeland Farms Limited. Danielson rides for the leading trainer, Anthony Nunes. Good size, compact, American-bred born horse. Was born here in Utah. Has worked well for and should be complete for a top spot. Gets Lasix and tongue tie. Number 3, Taurus Boy, will be getting Lasix and figure 8 for the second in his second career start. He has been looking a bit improved at exercise. Number 4, Short Curling. 1 of 2 here for trainer and owner, Gary Sabrati and Micros. Short Curling now goes on the curve after two runs. Both were okay at 4 furlongs straight. Number 5, True Bravado. Another U.S. imported horse here, born the 17th of March, a bay colt by Laasian out of Trudy by Kitalfa. Should need some time, regardless. Then Shane Ellis rides. Number 6, Amy the Butcher, looking a bit better of late. But as it's all to do here, again, these tongue tie and cheek pieces are off for a run tomorrow. Number 7, Nuclear Moon, a debutant, born the 16th of March, bay colt by Nuclear Wayne out of Noon It Is by Yankee Gentleman, making this 1.5 to favor it is. Breeder, Michael Bernard. Owner, Micros. Then Dawkins ride for Gary Sabratley. Night-bred colt who has been training well, could give a decent display for a top 3 spot. Number 8, Letters in Gold, the most experienced horse in this race. Another who has been stepped up at exercise, but I'm not all that impressed with this well-bred filly. Number 9, Ian the Lynx, team Da Costa and Thomas. This horse will need some time. Number 2, though, Firmly, Got a Girl. For number 3, Taurus Boy. Number 4, Short Curling. Number 7, Nuclear Noon. Number 1, Whispering Magic. Race number 5. And that should be a good enough field. And it's the 5th race for the Reggae 6. let me go for a break, and I'll be back to decipher that race. Welcome back. Race 5, 12 starters, 5.5 furlongs or 1,100 meters for trios and up. Imported trios, maidens, and native-bred trios will never won 2 races in their lifetime. Number 1, City Council, capable of doing better. Number 3, Elitist, surprised most in the slops and last as they did. Well, a lot of people didn't know she's bred top and bottom to adore the slops by the Giant Causeway Stallion, Northern Giant, by Easy Links. Mayor Cadilla gets back from that 2 weeks ago race against far better in Who Shot the Sheriff, Stable Companion, and Basilicus, as well as Glock. Finished 5th by 3 lengths over this identical trip. Maybe the muddy surface moved her up. Well, let's see, because she is weighted and placed to win this race easily. Number 5, Redford, back over a sprint and can be given some consideration for a top 3 spot. Number 6, Duke of Springs, a debutant, born the 11th of March, chested coat by Duke of Mistich out of Lost Spring. Breeder, Glenn Mills, owner, Jack Syndicate, Linton Stedman, rides for Alfred Brown, big, strong US importee colt, who is a bit green at present, will get Lasix and tongue tie for his debut and could still show some use by getting into the top 5 if he behaves en route to the starting gate. Number 7, Nomath showed some value on last, but against much weaker company. Number 8, Coppertone should achieve a spot on the board and could even win if number 3, Elitist, fails. Number 9, Just an Illusion, can get a place in the top order, as she could be more focused in this race than on last, where she ran reasonably well against much better company. Number 10, Billy Joe, can get into the middle order. Number 11, Suasion, likely to be a late non-starter. Number 12, Task Force, seems to have lost interest since breaking her maiden late February this season. Number 3, though, Elitist. Number 8, Coppertone. Number 9, Just an Illusion. Number 1, City Council. Number 5, Redford. We go to race 6. Race 6, Big Field. 14 starters, 5.5 furlongs or 1,100 meters. It's for 5-year-olds and up, a claimant tag of 150 to 180,000 with 5-year-olds who are still a maiden, as well as 6-year-olds who have never won 2 races. Number 1, Samora, consistent horse who was claimed on last. His last 2 were, she was in the earlies and up to the furlong point, she was there, but weakened rapidly. Won't be bothered by the mud if it rains. Number 2, he's the Links, coming off a short respite and very light, but can't be trusted. Bred to run on any surface. Number 3, Senor Kwanzi, has no form to go by for consideration here. Number 4, Mount Zion King, has been racing frequently and consistently. Must be considered as he gets the apprentice claim. So now he'll be carrying 54 kilos. Will be okay in the mud, this Mount Zion King. Number 5, Storm on the Sea. Certainly there's storm on the seas lately, but this is the name of a horse. Already won in the slops, but has come off a layoff many times, and no changes were seen in his performances. Trainer Rand Darby, though, has been turning water into wine with some of his horses. Number 6, Indy Arazi, 10-year-old here with 55 kilos, and he raced 72 times and only scored twice. Only need to repeat that August 22nd display though to win. August 22nd, going this trip of 5.5 furlongs, he closed together within 2 lengths third to Paisleystown Red and Union 4. Gets a 6-week break for a very good trainer in Richard Todd. Number 7 also correct. Hasn't been correct since coming off a 3.5 months break. Number 8 Smoke Screen didn't finish his race almost a month ago. Trainer Dixon has this one looking okay coming into this. Number 10 Lady Carmen has speed and her rider knows her well. If she breaks better than last, her chances are reasonable for the win. Number 11 Traditional Storm, if he breaks well from the gates, he can be given a top 3 chance. Loves the mud. Quite a number of horses are breaking slowly from the gate. Number 10 No Money Friend, good name horse. May earn an exotic placing. Won't mind a soft track. Number 13 Vodka. Get first time Lasix, not alcohol. After 16 starts. I've been stepped up to exercise, but still a maiden and has done nothing to merit a winning consideration. Number 14, Directors Daily, first run in almost 4 months, and is another that can be part of the lowest exotics. Number 6, India Razi. Number 10, Lady Carmen. Number 4, Mountain King. Number 1, Samara. Number 11, Traditional Storm. That's my top 5. Number 14, Director Daily, could get into the low exotics. Race 7. It's a small field. 8 starters. 5,100 meters around 4 trails and up to the claiming 700 to 750,000. Number 1 Armageddon won easily out the straight after the speed collapsed. Has to do better now, up 2 notches in the claiming tag. Tonta is back on after a long while with it off. Looked in good condition when at Alfred Brown's stable, and this former overnight allowance horse can be given a fair chance to make this 2 in a row if the top ones fail. Number 2, Azaria should close for a place on the board. Won't mind the mud. Number 4, Mr. Universe. Has been running a plenty, but has speed and consistency makes him a standout in the field. Loves the wet course. Number 6, Super Bowl, stepping up a far way up in the claiming ranks after being reclaimed by the trainer who had him winning 5 of his last 7 starts under his care. Won't mind the mud, but I'm not sure Super Bowl has a chance to win this one. Number 7, Former Gladiator, recently changed stables from Patrick Lynch to Robert Pearson. Last race for trainer Patrick Lynch was on the 11th of October, and that was okay. And it comes here nicely handicapped. Should likes the slops. Number 8, Phenom, displayed a decent run 2 weeks ago out the straight at 99 to 1. Has a look in for a top 4 spot, but has to break much better from the gates though. Number 2, Mr. Universe, the one to catch. Number 7, Former Gladiator. Number 1, Armageddon, to be his main dangers. Number 2, Azari. And number 8, Phenom, for the minor placing. We go on now to race 8. Race 8 has 12 starters. They go 7.5 furlongs or 1,500 meters for nearly about 4 years and up, who are maidens. Number 2, Savitar, gets first time Lasix after 4 dismal display. Number 3, Falling Forever, has been proven costly to follow. Her last 4 displays were when she was odds on, and 3 of them were out the straight. Now stretching out against a moderate set However, I'm not really liking her that much, but seeing she'll be quickest out of the gate, she could relax and hold off all those who are closing. Blinkers is off, the Nelson is on. She surely loves the muddy surface, as her damn sire, well-decorated offsprings are elevated on a sloppy track. Number 4, dream of mine. Someone's been dreaming in all her 9 races so far. Guess Shane Ellis hoping to make this dream come true. Likely to be okay if it rains. Number 5, King Liberty, a debutant, a 6-year-old chestnut horse. And a maiden, bred nuclear reign by Lady Allison by traditional breeder Gladstone Bell, owner trainer Linford Calder. Patiently trained and will need time. Number 7, Funky Fashion, did a brief dance in the earliest 2 weeks ago. A furlong less to travel now against much tougher. Could hold for a very low exotic slot. Number 9, it's all I. Gets tongue-tied and figure it on. Number 10, Top Gear. Changed stables and owners since last race on the 4th of October. It's capable of fighting this out in this weak field. Never raced on a wet surface, but is bred to be okay in it. Number 11, Black Royalty. Leggy, wiry filly who will be having 5 starts in 4 weeks, all with the same rider. Her last 2 were off, and maybe she'll be more focused this time, tomorrow. Number 3, Falling Up Forever. Number 10, Top Gear. Number 11, Black Beauty. Number 4, Dream of Mine. And number 7, Funky Fashion for the lower order. We go to race 9. And race 9 goes 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters. And it comprises of 9 starters, 4 native-bred 5 years and up, who have never won 4 races in their career. Number 1, It's in Beaver, was way off the speed after not being alert from the gate and ran wide, closing to be 2.5 lengths fifth in the wet conditions last week against Striking the Gorgeous and Cura. Number 2, Doom Patrol, ran close with Sly Stallone in the last 2 and with 57 kilos now on the round course. Wherever this one has broken is maiden over this very 5.5 furlong by 13 lengths. We'll have to improve a lot for a top spot, but could get a placing on the board. Number 3, Friendly Neighbor, again ran very poor in blinkers 2 weeks ago in the slops. Is off. It's off now, the blinkers, and Shane Ellis is on. Did run well over the strip before that. Has been seen in very good condition of late, since claimed 3.5 months ago. Number 6, Laser Light. Very, very fit and could play and should play a part. Number 7, Sly Stallone, fairly consistent even though heavily raced. Never ever raced on a sloppy track in 52 career starts. Number 8, Missing in the Ray, could be one for the minor share. Number 9, Joe Strike, 2018 Derby winner, who came off a 19-month sojourn and betted a moderate set just over a month ago at 7 furlongs. Then Nelson gets the call for this tomorrow entrant. Number 9, Joe Strike. Number 7, Slides to Load, if he breaks well. Number 2, Doom Patrol. Number 6, Laser Light. Number 3, Friendly Neighbor. We go to the penultimate race, and it's race 10. It's the feature race, the Kenneth Mattis OD Memorial Trophy. So much could be said about Kenneth Mattis, brilliant horseman, a jockey and trainer of class, one of the best trainer ever to train a horse at Caymanas Park. This race Goes 9 full and 25 yards or 1820 meters. 11 starters is 4 trills and up. Overnight allowance. Number 1, Coco Channel. Claim a month ago for $1 million. Number 3, Roy Rogers. Should ensure a good pace is set. Number 4, Big Bang. Had this race in mind and will be closing nicely. It's weighted okay for this. The slops ain't a problem, as it's my lucky day. It's Sire, and the Arch Mare, Galaxy Miss, will do very well on any wet surface. Number 5, Superluminal, ran as the Open Gate Show expected at last. That was the 23rd of October, when running wide throughout, going 8.5 furlongs. Absent from exercise track since. Then Nelson gets the call. Number 6, Princess Annie, continues to work well and could close for a minor placing. Number 9, Uncle Vinny, could get in a top 4 spot, entering the straight and stay on for a low exotic placing. Loves the slop, this Uncle Vinny. Number 10, Eroy, talented individual who comes from the United States, bred Kozan by Golden Bucket by mass media. This Kozan sire, a bit underrated, but he produces some very talented offsprings, and he's not been at stud for more than 3 years. Eroy's last 2 victories were over the St. Ledger winner, Nipster, and the Derby victor, King Arthur. On both occasions, he had 57 kilos, and the distance was a mile. He goes 9 full and 25 yards again. That was the journey he went when he broke his maiden and won very easily against not much. Number 11, Crimson, another who had this race in mind. I'm thinking. However, interested rider in Chris Pamdine, who is getting his groove back. This gelding should be a factor, getting a good ride from Christopher Pamdine. This is Crimson's favorite distance, 9 full and 25 yards. He has to break much better than the last 3 times he raced. Number 10, Eroy. Number 11, Crimson. Number 4, Big Bang. Number 6, Princess Annie. Number 9, Uncle Vinny. Let's help local horse racing. So, encourage others to get on the Open Gate Show Facebook page and join the Open Gate Show, as well as YouTube and Spotify. Listen to replays, and each time you press the like button. This is Colin Blair, hoping I can stay dry for the show come Monday, when I will be doing the recapping and any info that is relevant for fans to hear. Study good, take care, and remember, stay hydrated. Pure water, a pure water we drink.
Pure water, pure pride, pure Jamaican. Pure water is about pure hydration. Remember to drink pure water and satisfy all your pure water needs.